Welcome back, my amazing gems. Welcome back to another Mommy and Me Experience interview. I am super duper excited. I have a special guest for you. And listen, when I say her story is phenomenal, her story is phenomenal. She's an amazing queen, and we're going to dive deeper into that. But listen, if you are new to my channel, I need you to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share these interviews with all of the amazing gems that you know, because you never know whose story this can touch, whose story this can save, and who you can help. All right. What is the Mommy and Me experience? The Mommy and Me experience, it's a movement to help moms and daughters build a healthier relationship with each other through a godly community that inspires, uplifts, and encourages. Okay, it's time for us to be holistically healthy and healed. I hope you guys are ready. Now, listen, this amazing gem that I'm bringing up right now, her name is Miss Danielle Lovely, and she has an amazing story for you, ladies. So I hope you are sitting down. If you're driving in your car, that's cool. Don't be trying to message us while you're driving. Be safe. But listen, check this out. She is an amazing mother, single mother at that, of two beautiful children. She has one boy, one girl. And listen, she is making boss moves, okay? She is a born leader. She is the firstborn, and she is taking on this world, okay? She also loves helping other boss moms in this world. So we're going to dive right into this amazing interview. Miss D Lovely, are you out there?
Yes. Hi, Queen Viola. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful.
You are so welcome. I'm super excited to have you on this interview. Listen, I know that you have a lot to share. I know that your movement is inspiring other moms, other single moms, wifely moms, whoever moms that we have out there. Like, your whole goal and mission is to inspire them. And so I'm so grateful that you took this interview. Can you please let the community know who D Lovely is?
You said 36-year-old mom of two, single mom. Just right now, right? Right now I'm single. Like, eventually that's gonna change, but that's why my movement, Boss Moms, is not catered to only single moms, because that's just a fact of now, right? And facts change. But I'm aware of that. So that's the type of person I am. I'm a person that's aware. I'm a person that's very conscious, and I am a person that when I realized I became that way, I want to help other people do the same thing, be aware, be conscious, and understand that things that just happen to us, or they don't happen to us, but they do happen for us. If we're alive and we still here and we could think and we could breathe, we can make things happen, right? So that's who I am. That's who Danielle D Lovely Harvey is. A woman who's a mom, who's a sister, who's an aunt, who's a mother, who wants to make sure that other moms know, no matter what happens, as long as you're still alive, you can make something of yourself and be who you want to be, who you want to be. That's who I am, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, that makes sense. Now, y'all listen, okay? She's a single mama of two, like I just said. So you're going to see her babies. And you know what? It's okay, because this is a part of what this movement is about, right? We are helping women and inspiring other women. It doesn't matter whether you're a single mom, whether you're a married mom. Listen, we're here to inspire, uplift, and encourage you to do the things that God is calling you to do. So we're going to dive right into the first. What was your relationship with your mother growing up?
Wow. So with my mom, I actually didn't grow up living with my mom. I grew up living with my dad. My mom and dad separated, got divorced when I was really young. Like, I actually remember my mom leaving. Like, I remember crying after her leaving the house. I probably was about 4 or 5 years old. And yeah, it's not a good feeling. But I remember, but throughout life, like, I did get to see her. Like, we would go see her. Like, it wasn't like a steady schedule always, but we would see her on weekends, and then as we got older and stuff like that. So I knew who she was, right? I had a decent enough relationship with her.
Wow, that's so powerful. And I'm sorry to hear that. And I know that things do happen, right, in our lives. And we can't blame our moms, right, because things do happen, and sometimes it's for our good, right? So how did that shape you mentally, physically, emotionally going through that?
Hmm. It's crazy because I didn't really realize how it shaped me until obviously later in life, like probably like really like when I had my first child, my son, right? My son is 11. Um, I started just to look at certain things and maybe think about like maybe why I made certain decisions because I didn't have my mom. Like being younger, I used to always feel like it wasn't fair that I didn't have my mom, that other people got to live with their moms. Like if their parents weren't together, they usually lived with their mom. Like nobody really lived with their dad. Like, and a lot of people wanted their dad, and I'm over here with my dad, and like, well, that's not fair, like, and both sides is wanting the other thing, right? So I'm like, wow, like, and I'm thinking like I'm a female, I should be with my mom. Like I want my hair done, I want to know how it is to get dressed with my mom and my church get dressed, and but fortunately for me, I did have a stepmom, right? That came in, and I don't even want to say stepmom. I love that they made that term bonus mom, saying stepmom, because that's really what she was. When she came in my life, like I learned a lot of things because of her. Like if she didn't come, it's a lot of stuff I probably wouldn't know how to keep a house clean, how to wash clothes. Like I wouldn't know how to do hair. A lot of stuff that she came in and did fill a position that was needed. And I'm very thankful for her. And I'm still grateful, like you said, that I did have a relationship with my birth mom, right? That it's not like I didn't know her at all. Like I still had a relationship with her, wanted it with her. We never was like on bad terms of just not talking for years or anything like that. So um I just the things that I learned, like you said, I learned to not blame, right? I learned to be understanding of things was going on with you and maybe whatever tools and resources you had, that's how you dealt with life, right? But I'm thankful that you did get me here, right? I'm still here. You did your main job. Your main job was to get me here, right? Through your vessel, right? I'm here. I'm alive. So looking at the big picture, I still have a reason to be grateful for both. Now I have both moms in my life.
Absolutely. And you said something that was really key. You said something about your dad having a wife, right? And that was your bonus mom. And I think this generation now, right? Because let's just keep it real. There's not too many families that have their mom and their dad in the picture. And things do happen in life. They just do. And it's like, the person that they marry, it's like they become that bonus parent. And we have to get our children to understand, like, they're not here to, get in the way. They're not here to disrupt your life. They're actually here to guide you. It was a God-given blessing that you were actually blessed with a bonus parent. And I think that's very crucial. And we really don't talk about that a lot. So let's talk about a little bit about number one, your relationship with your bonus mom. And then number two, did you ever get a chance to go live with your mom up until you were like maybe high school or even, out of school?
Well, I would say my relationship with my bonus mom is absolutely amazing to this day. Like, and her and my dad are not even together. They actually wound up getting divorced when I was graduating high school, when I was going to prom and everything. And like, our relationship so good that she didn't just leave, right? She came and sat down and talked to me, because especially it was during such a critical time in my life, going through, prom and all these changes. And she was like, you know what? I just want you to know I'm still gonna be here when you go to prom, right? Like I'm still coming to the house to see you. Like that's the type of person she is, right? Like even now, she's very she tells people like, oh, my children, right? It's me, my brother and sister. And then she has my two younger sisters. Those are her biological children. But when she tells people about her children, she talks about all of us, and they're like, oh, the old, they don't even, they like, oh, she like, yeah, I was in the marriage, So she always claims us to this day. Even she had got married again, after my dad, and still claims us. And that relationship, that gentleman wasn't even fond of us, but she still, she didn't say, oh, I can't be
Wow.
around y'all, but she still kept the relationship, right? So That's what I like. That says a lot about how our relationship is. And then as far as me ever living with my mom, I did live with her later on in life when I got older, but not like when I was a minor. Like I lived with her for a short time just because of the stuff I was going through, not really having nowhere to live. That's why I was with her.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, at least she was there to be able to say, hey, listen, I got you, daughter. I wasn't around in your younger years, but, here I can open up my home to you. So I think that's very important that, even though situations, life happens, keeping that connection between your mom is so important because, I mean, you never know when your mom may need you. You never know when you may need your mom, So I love the fact that you have still to this day a relationship with your bonus mom. I think that is beautiful because those relationships are so important. They're very important. And a lot of people take those for granted. A lot of people take relationships, period, for granted, but, those bonus relationships, talk a little bit about that role as a bonus mom. What is a bonus mom's role?
I would say like and relationships that I've been in, I would say that I was like I played the bonus mom position as well. And I would say the bonus mom's role is to be a supporter, right? Not to be a dictator. You're not coming in here dictating anything. The role is to build a relationship with the child, gets to know them. They are a human being. They are a person. They have a mind. They think. They feel. They are another person. So build a relationship with them, and just know and that way they know that you're someone that's here to be a supportive person, right? You're not here to even be their friend, right? You're here to be a supporter person, a mentor, and just help guide them, like you said earlier. Like that's really what your role is as a bonus parent.
Absolutely. That's important. You still have to build a relationship. And it doesn't matter how old they are. Even if they're an infant, you still got to build that relationship. You still got to talk to them. You still got to communicate with them. You still are speaking life into them, and as they get older, of course, it's going to get a little bit more challenging because they do have a brain. They do think, they do, start to develop their own opinion of things. So it's so critical that as a bonus parent, you play that role as just, I'm going to back my husband, but I'm going to be here to love, care, guide, and lead, and instead of trying to dictate exactly about what you said. So through high school, right? Did you ever come across any type of situations that, man, I wish I had my mom here to help me get through this?
Yeah, I'll probably say like when it came to like maybe like with boys and things like that, and sex and things like that, because I grew up Jehovah's Witness too. So like growing up Jehovah's Witness is like you don't have sex till you're married and things like that, and then now you're in high school. That's like a topic, right? That's a thing, but nobody's really like talking to you about it as far as your parents. So like you're learning from like kids and stuff in school. So maybe you'll make decisions that you wouldn't have made if your parents would have maybe talked to you about it. Like, especially even your mom, just like to like, kind of let you know, like maybe like experiences that she went through, so you could kind of like live through her too, right? Because I felt like now I feel like experiences that I go through, I went through it. Like if it's a bad experience, I feel like, okay, I went through this, so my daughter doesn't have to go through this. So my niece doesn't have to go through this, right? So sometimes I just feel like with certain things like that, like specifically that topic for me in my life, I be feeling like I wish like my mom would have kind of just been like, nah, I'm gonna make sure my daughter don't go through stuff that I went through. I'm gonna put her on the game.
Exactly. That is so key right there. So you kind of dabbled in a little bit of things then, right? Kind of got yourself into some situations, which it's life. It really does happen. We all go through something, some way, shape, or form. So how did you pull yourself out of any type of situations that you were in, even though you didn't have your mom there? What took you from what you went through, how you learned from it, to where you're at now?
Well, like I said, I always did still have my stepmom. Um, but pretty much, I mean, I guess I just kept things in, right? I just kept things inside, and I didn't really think about these type of things until I became older, like of age, out of high school, and like just started reading books and stuff, and just understanding things that I didn't understand before, and realizing that the way that I thought, my mind, that it could change, because I thought that it couldn't. I remember consciously thinking, like, just wanting to be a certain way, and like, wow, like I can't be that way because I don't think like, like I don't even know how to think like that. And then I got introduced to something they were saying mindset. You could change your mindset. And when I started doing that, that's when I started realizing certain things just about my life and my past in general. And that's how I was able to move forward. And whatever I went through now, like I feel like I do feel like I still would love to go to therapy, right? But I don't feel like I allow myself to dwell into what could be like a pain or depression or trauma or holding on to the trauma. Like I still keep moving forward while acknowledging it, right? But not just holding on to it where it's stopping me from progressing.
Yes, now that makes perfect sense, So do you still feel like you're holding on to a lot of the trauma that you went through?
I feel like I used to hold on to it a lot, but I do feel like I still hold on to stuff, or stuff triggers things where I realize it. And that's why I said, like, I'm never going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm my own therapist. Like, no, I would still want to go to a therapist, because like people who I admire have therapists, and that's probably why they so, calm and poised. So I would say, like, yeah, I feel like, yeah, I definitely still have some stuff that I work through.
I love that you're being very, very transparent about this, because if it keeps coming up, right, and it keeps exposing itself, that means that there's still some underlining of things that, need to be kind of hashed out, So whenever you do get those triggers, what is one thing that you do?
When I get triggered, I used to just lash out, right? But now obviously I have a better control. So now what I do is I probably just sit and be quiet for a little while. Like I just sit and be quiet and think, and then and not do and instead of, like I said, I don't want to dwell on the situation, because right, first I'm gonna feel how I'm feeling, and when I feel it, usually it's probably not feeling good, and I'm like, I don't want to feel like this, and I am grateful that I know how to not how to make myself not feel like this. Like right now, I know. So I'm gonna start doing that. So I'll probably start saying affirmations that make me feel good. I'll probably start thinking of whatever the situation is. I'll probably start trying to, if I can, because right away all the time I can, but if I can, I'll try to find all the positives in that situation that maybe I didn't see. Oh, it could be this. God's protecting me from this. I don't know. If I can. If I can't, then I just leave it alone and be like, maybe later I'll see what it was. But that's what I do. I do my best to just start affirming positivity and just being grateful in the moment. Now, that's what I do. I used to not do that. I used to just react.
Right. And that's definitely a first step, to your healing is, getting it out, whether that be writing, whether that be saying affirmations, whether that be, putting your mindset, like, okay, taking your mind off of that negative thought and putting it on a positive thought, or something, going for a walk, or, maybe calling somebody. I think you're on the right track, definitely, for sure. So with that being said, what type of advice or encouragement would you give a mom out there who may still be bottling some things up, that's still experiencing something? Maybe they're dealing with anger, depression, maybe they're dealing with, not being with their mom, when they were younger growing up, and they just feel this void inside. What type of encouragement can you give a mom today?
Um, The encouragement I would give is a few things. First of all, just realizing, like, number one, when they say that gratitude, the attitude, it's over. People say it so much, you probably don't you don't even really fully understand what they mean, but you need to, right? That's what I'm gonna say. You need to start finding stuff to be grateful for, like, in that moment. Like what I just said when Viola asked me, like, what do I do? Like, I have to find something to be grateful for so I don't feel sad or feel bad or feel angry, right? Like, all right, this happened, I'm upset, it seems so crazy, but first of all, what's the number one thing? I'm alive, I'm still here, right? That has to mean something big, right? Like, you could take it and just be that dramatic. That has to mean something. Like, all right, I could fix this. I might not know how right now, but I'm gonna stay faithed up. You have to. I'm gonna fit. I'm alive. I didn't die. I can still think. I can still use my mind, so I can figure this out. The next thing, have a environment, community. Don't do it alone. We're all here for the sake of each other, so you don't have to do it alone. You're not meant to do it alone. This is not the movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend, and it's just you there. It's not just you. It's other moms. Join the community of moms. When you find a mom like Queen Viola, when you find a mom like I said, we have communities for moms. Be a part of the community so you can see other moms showing gratefulness, sharing their testimony of, this happened, but guess what? They overcame it. So you could do the same thing. So it's about both of those things. You being aware and you making sure you have a community. Don't do it by yourself. So that's the advice that I would give.
Absolutely. Yes. Community is so key. Environment is so crucial. Okay. Not just any type of environment. Okay. You want to be in the right type of environment, right? A godly environment, uplifting environment, empowering environment, right? Uplifting everybody. Everybody is pulling each other up. Everybody is sharpening each other's iron. And so I love that. So I have one more question for you. It's our bonus question. If you could change anything to this day, right? Anything, what would you change?
It's crazy because I really think about that. Like, when I change things that happen and try to make it, this way or that way. And then then I think about, like, at boot camp with our mentor, Houghton Buzz, when he just said, like, maybe sometimes we go through stuff because we're the one who's strong enough to do it, that if somebody else went through it, they might not have been strong enough. Like, maybe they might not have made it. So I probably wouldn't change anything because I'm still here. I'm still alive. And I feel like whatever I went through that might not have been bad is really for me now to help other people start off better, help other females, women make better decisions. You don't have to go through what I went through. Help my daughter, help my niece, help my goddaughters, help other girls, just be the person that I didn't have, right? That's just how I see it. So I wouldn't change anything, because if I didn't go through it, now maybe they might have to go through it, but because I went through it, they don't have to. Because I'm here, I'm gonna make sure I'm known, so they know, like, they hear my story and know, oh yeah, I remember D Lovely said, oh yeah, hold on, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I wouldn't even change anything.
I love that. That's awesome. God sends us through things for a reason, right? And I love the fact that you said that, I take on the responsibility as the oldest, so what I have went through, what I'm going through, I can help them and, help them to see a light, like, hey, listen, this is what I went through, nah, maybe you shouldn't do that, and this is what we're here for. We're here to sharpen each other's iron. We're here to help lift not just our family, but other people, other moms, because there's somebody out there right now, they want to give up. They're tired. They're tired of the rat race. They're tired of, doing the mundane things. Maybe they're tired of being a mom right now, and it's like, come on, no, you have to pick yourself up and know that God is with you every step of the way. This is not the end. You shall live and not die. If you woke up, then you have a purpose. You have to figure out what that purpose is. And getting in a community like this is going to empower, uplift, and inspire you. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Danielle. This has been an amazing interview thus far. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know your little one, she's all over the place. So thank you so much for being a part of this amazing interview. And just, continue to keep on being great, right? Continue to be an amazing, inspiring mompreneur with your amazing children over there. And I look forward to seeing you on another interview pretty soon.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate this so much. You're amazing. I'm glad to know you. I'm grateful to know you and be a part of the movement you're doing. A lot of moms need this. A lot of people in general need this. You definitely are, answering your call and doing what you're supposed to do. So I love it. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful and thankful. I give all the glory to God. It wasn't me. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I give all the glory to God. And I so appreciate you. So, ladies, you've heard Miss Danielle's story. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Listen, make sure you leave a comment. Let us know how we can be an inspiration to you. Share this interview with a woman who you know. Maybe she's about to give up. Maybe she can't take it anymore. Maybe she just needs some inspiration. Share this video with her. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I love you guys.